Cool. And we're live. What's up, fam? What's up? Chosen ones. Good morning. It's like 6 a.m. 6:42 a.m. I think it's a Saturday. I think I'm gonna go to the skate park. I think that's what that means. Oh, I felt like such a bozo at the skate park, man. But you just gotta suck at something for a while until you get better when it's a new thing. But it felt so weird to like not have total confidence like riding around. I mean, I just couldn't do any tricks, but that's fine. It's just gonna take all summer. But I'm still gonna go. I'm still just gonna keep showing up, and I just keep watching how like other boys do tricks. So if you just watch, I think I can eventually get it. I might have to like study. Might just have to practice in a parking lot, actually. I don't know. But yeah, skating and stuff. But today's message, it was inspired by, I guess, recent events, but it kind of feels like a little like angry kind of everywhere I go. Like it seems like peeps just be kind of like hating or something, or there's just like always something kind of going amiss. But it's like feels targeted. Like for example, I went to the grocery store yesterday, and the guy like, well, first of all, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's always somebody like trying to, I feel like, exert control or something like over me. I feel like that, and maybe that's just like my issue with authority. But I walked in, and I always like to save money by bringing my own bag to the grocery store. And he like, I heard him yelling, but I like was ignoring him because I was like, I haven't done anything wrong. I'm literally just walking into the grocery store. And then he like chased me down and then like took my bags away and then gave me like a number and a paper clip. And he's like, now you know for next time. And then I was like, I don't. And he was wearing sunglasses and shit. And he's like, didn't want to like confront me, but like, it's just so like annoying when people are like chasing you down in the grocery store and insinuating that. I was like, you think I'm gonna like steal the chicken breast? Like, dude, I'm not gonna. I'm trying to save the money because you guys are always ripping us off asking if we would like to buy a bag. So this is my own bag. And he like made me shop. He like took the bags away and then gave me like a paperclip and stuff. And I was like, there's just like things that happen. I don't know if you've ever noticed when you're like getting closer and closer and closer to a breakthrough, or you're like in the breakthrough, or like literally on the brink of transformation in some way, somehow. And the devil, the enemy, can manifest in many ways as trying to frustrate you or discourage you. But that's part of knowing that like you're on the right path, actually. So it's actually like a cool thing whenever you run into turbulent times. Consider it. What's that one verse? Consider it great joy when you face trials. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Yeah. I like that a lot. James. James. Consider it. But yeah, I hope everyone's going to have a great day. And all that. Testing of your faith. I gotta be careful with my ankle, bro. Producers, gotta be careful with that ankle, man. That's like, damn. I only went skating once last week. Perseverance. Perseverance. Yeah. So if anyone's awake out there, good morning and hello. I heart my own life. Oh, man, it's a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It is gonna be a good day. Because I believe it to be a good day. I got this cool necklace, bro. Look at that. But like ways that you can tell that peeps be like trying to put bad energy on to you is like if all of a sudden like these are other ways that the devil can manifest when you're like about to really make some new type of progress in life or reach a new level. Because the title of the message is the devil is so mad that you're not bummed out. I also thought of another subtitle, and it's the devil is so mad that he hasn't like unalived you yet or hasn't finished you yet. But I was like, that's kind of a strong title. So, but like basically, if you feel like you're meeting a lot of resistance in your life right now, it's probably, if you're getting this message, like if you're getting it when it's live or when you get it whenever it's posted, it's probably likely that you're experiencing like a shit ton of animosity in the like close vicinity of like where you live, because it's like you're probably moving to a new spot and like you've outgrown the spot that you're in. If you're getting this message, it's like almost uncomfortable to like step outside your door. Like the neighborhood that you could be living in, you've outgrown, if you're getting this message, the space that you're in. So you could be experiencing like a lot of animosity in, it could be like even not even necessarily like on your street, but like in the general area. And this is kind of like a sign when we're ready to move to the next chapter in life. Things kind of have a way of fizzling out, don't they? So it's not like necessarily bad, but it might be a little uncomfortable. And then I have I have a verse from Revelations about kind of explaining a little bit of the devil's fury and rage. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, like I woke up this morning and there's Harry Potter playing and I was like, that's kind of comforting. Because I feel like Harry Potter is like somebody who goes through like a lot of like BS and like a lot of like he goes through a lot. But then there's always like justice for him. So it's like it might not feel fun sometimes in life to go through like the uncomfortable feelings of like other people really disliking you or more than that, like wanting to like harm you, etc. But that's kind of how you know you is killing it at life at the same time. Yeah, that's how you know like you're killing it. Is like the more upset people get, the more that they give you like that hate and you haven't like done anything to them to warrant that. It's like as long as we stay in our own lane and stay focused, other people's opinions like can't even touch us anyway. What was I thinking about the other day too? Interesting. Kind of something about like ego death and kind of like I think this man showed an act of kindness in the Starbucks the other day, and it totally disarmed me. It completely disarmed me. It was like one act of kindness completely disarmed me. And I just kind of think I've been having the thought recently about how we're all like one collective conscious. And so that's kind of something to keep in mind if you ever feel like other people say or do things that it can bother you. It's like really that person is a reflection of like you in a different timeline and in a different headspace. And of course, like we have our own individual personalities and like we are who we are. But I've been like studying, I guess, like a little bit more of like quantum physics and thinking about things from like a subatomic level. So seriously, yes, this is this is the case. So yeah, I've been actually reading this book on Planck's constant, and like I'm still trying to understand that. But Stranger Things also talks about Planck's constant. I'm not interested. But I do believe that like it's like no one like this is the way that nobody can ever bother you again by saying something or doing something. It's like imagine that other person, it's really you in another timeline in a more rebellious form or in a less rebellious form. But it's like what other people do and say can't really ever touch us because like I am you and you are me. Like we are one collective consciousness. And I guess what I've been understanding about the Planck's constant thing is that like it's a structure that arguably makes up all particles and energy matter ever in the universe. And so how different can we all be if like everything is kind of collectively one consciousness? Like they say like that animals and plants and like objects that look inanimate don't have any thoughts or any autonomous emotions or feelings, or that it's like completely inanimate. But I do believe that okay, so like there's like this other example where this lady had this like account of where she I think was like astral projecting or lucid dreaming, and then like in one of her like sessions, I think it was like lucid dreaming, she was like flying above I think the city she lived in, and then she even saw like a rusty nail that was like poking out of a door. But she saw like in that moment like every detail had like a living consciousness, including that rusty nail that was like the particles and everything that makes up the nail is also alive, and like everything's alive, and so like we're all one. That's a really long-winded way of kind of like kind of just elaborating on how no one can really say or do anything that bothers you so long as you understand that we're really all just one, in different formats, in different forms, in different like a mirror, like a yeah, it's like we're a myriad of expression in the universe, but I think we're all connected to like a collective consciousness, and that's kind of what is so beautiful, and so grounding. Because at any point, any time, no matter how upset you are, no matter how hard the devil will be coming at you, while you're about to make your breakthrough, while you're in your breakthrough, while you're making strides of progress, then nothing or no one can touch you. And I also wanted to bring up the other verse too. That's like, resist the devil and he will flee. Which one is that? Oh, I already have it written down. Okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah, James 4:7. Resist the devil and he will flee. Yeah, guys, I love to read, yo, like for real. It's the best. I've always loved to read. I actually used to get in trouble in school for always reading other books in school. Oh yeah, so like basically just like spiritual warfare. Whenever that's like extra poppin', that means you're about to be like extra poppin', and the devil is so bummed out, or the devil's like so like mad that you're not bummed out. After all the many attempts to be determined to bring evil into this world and to wreak havoc in our lives. But as long as we resist the devil, he will flee. He will flee, bro. Easy as that. So I guess that's kind of the message. I was just like feeling a lot of resistance, but just doing like average daily normal things. But I could feel somebody's evil eye. Like for example, like this morning, just like stepping out for a smoke, and I felt like pressure on my chest all of a sudden, and I felt like eyes on me from the building over. And but I hadn't like even started smoking yet, so it was just like all of a sudden like pressure and coughing as if like I really like. And that happened once too when I'm like starting to like recognize what that feeling is and like why when it's happening. And yeah, but that's where I always wear this evil eye necklace. Like I was playing my guitar outside of Popeyes because I always like hustle the lunch crowd. And this is in the Bronx. And one of the employees came out after I played American Idiot by Green Day. And I was playing, and then all of a sudden, like I had to like, I couldn't, it was hard to breathe. I couldn't, it was like coughing, and it was like pressure on my chest. And I looked, and this guy was just glaring at me, who was like the Popeyes employee, who was popping his head out for a second to come check out the music and the noise I'm sure he was hearing. But it's like things like that, like the enemy can manifest in like a lot of ways physically, which is scary and hard to like deal with. But being aware is like super, super helpful. Now that I like know what that feeling is, like it's like a compliment. But that's what inspired this video, because like right after that, there was like more. I felt like there's just evil being directed at me, and I think there's somebody that like can see my back like fire escape and like was sending me that energy, because it was like right as I came out for a smoke, and like it was like couldn't even breathe, and then like the smoke like broke, so I lost like half the weed, and then I was like, all right, that's not gonna get to me, that's fine, there's still a little bit. And then I smoked some of that, and then I went to like turn around, like go turn the fan on, and then like the fan just like completely like fell over like face down. And I was like, interesting, like there's like it seems like resistance, and I think that when you're like getting closer and closer and closer, like there's going to be more of that you feel, and that can manifest from the enemy in certain ways. But as long as we're like courageous like lions, it don't bother us as chosen ones, as children of God. We're meant to be tested, and that's why James 1, 2 through 4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, when you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. So it's a good thing. It might be tiring. It might be like a pain in the arse, totally. And it is, but it's like, we know that we get the reward, which is the best, of eternal life. And just knowing that like, we have that peace of mind throughout life. From today till the very end of life, until we take our last breaths, like we have the grounded, centered knowing that God has our backs, and that peace of mind that surpasses all understanding. Like, bro, that is so beautiful. And I'll I'll deal with this petty stuff from the enemy and from haters and stuff, and from any obstacle against my mission and joy in life. Like, I will take that happily with a cheerful attitude, because I know that it's going to be like the dankest ever when we get to literally have eternal life. Like, this is just the test run. This is just what we said we'd come and do. Like, the soul mission, the soul contract. Like, there's things I agreed to do before I came here, and like same with you. And like, we're just here for the experiment. And I don't take life too seriously. You know what I'm saying? We can't take it too hard. Okay, that's pretty much the pep talk for today. I hope everyone has a sick ass weekend, bro. I'm gonna peace out. Yeah.